Alright Graham, how are you? I'm just making a little video to show you, explain about some of the stuff that I'm going to post down to you, right? So, this is a breadboard, the same as your one. And you can see there I'm using a 9-volt supply. So in other words, 9 is the size of the force that I'm using to push electricity across the LED. Now, the LED is only designed to work on 2 volts. So what we have to do is, I can't feed the LED directly, so if you look here, what I'm doing is, okay, so I've got the red lead and the black lead from the battery, one lead going onto the red rail and the other lead feeding the blue rail. In other words, the top rail red is all live, the bottom rail red is all return or ground or negative, whichever you want to call it, it's all the same. Now all I've done over here is, I need to get the live and the ground from this part of the board over to this part of the board. So I've just put a loop there, that's bringing the negative across. And this one here is bringing the positive across. So now all the top rail, red, is all live, and all the bottom, blue rail, is all negative. Now what I've also done here is, I've just taken down 2 leads, and I've made this bottom red rail live as well, and this bottom blue rail earth as well. Now I can't feed the diode directly, so these are the diodes I'm going to be sending you down. So like we said before, the diodes, one of the legs is longer, that's the positive, so that's the one that you feed with electricity. If I feed it directly with electricity and just earth the other side, that small battery, the 9-volt battery, will force too many electrons across the diode and burn it out. So what I have to do is I have to put in some sort of a restriction. In other words, this won't let as much electricity flow, and when you do that, that's called putting a resistor in line. So there's a resistor. Now I've worked out the value of the resistor, right, and I'll show you how to do that again some other time. Like, you don't need to do it for the moment, all you need to do is just copy what I'm doing. So I'm just looking around here for the resistors that I have here. Right, they're a bit big, they're a bit small. Where did I put them? Oh, here they are. So I'm going to post you down these. Now these are all 560 ohms, so that's just the size of the resistor. But that's just a nice size for you. So you can see here, that's a 560 ohm resistor. And you can see it's not letting too much electricity across the diode, so the diode there is quite happy with the amount of electricity it's getting. So even though it's only a 2-volt diode, it's not getting hurt by having a 9-volt battery, because this resistor here doesn't let too much electricity through to the diode. So every diode that you wire up, you're going to have to feed it through the resistor. So I'm going to try do another one and hold the camera at the same time. This is a little bit awkward. So okay, there's my 560 ohm resistor. Here, I'll show you how to measure these. I'll give you these on a strip, so they're already marked. You see I've written on them, but sometimes when you take them out and you're messing about with them, you lose track of what's what. Now you can look at the colours on them. Let's try to get the focus there. You can see all the little colours there, right, and that'll allow you to work it out, but I just couldn't be arsed. I just get a meter and I measure them. Right, so I'm going to put in another diode, right? So what I need to do here is, I put the resistor into the live rail. I shove it in there, and if I can get it in, right, and then I just bring it onto the board here, anywhere at all. Let's just say there. It's very awkward with just one hand. Right, I think I have it there. Right, then I get another diode. Now I'm going to have to touch the long rail off that, so if I get into that line there and getting a good supply, and then the other leg just has to go down to ground. So I'm just bending this with my mouth. So I'm going in with the live. So there's the live connected. Now as soon as I touch this fella off ground, the diode should work, and there she is working. So that's the way you're going to have to wire up each of them. A resistor from the live 9 volts into the resistor, out of the resistor into the positive on the diode, through the diode and out the negative and into ground. So each diode that you wire up, that's what you're going to have to do, right? So I'm going to take this little beauty out, throw him into your package, and this fella, and this fella, and this fella. Right, so you can give that a go, right? I'm going to stick this up on YouTube for you now, and I'm going to send you a link, and I'm going to put it up on the page that we have our little project on, right? Okay, buddy, talk to you.